so bitter. And that bitterness towards the West, which I think is temporary, which I think will fade away, but that's got to play itself out first. And, the European Union obviously is not managing Russia very well either. So that's also part of the problem. So until the US, until Russia stabilizes its relations with the West, then after that, then I think you'll have a sense of which way it'll go. I have, at the end of the day, a positive win situation where all the rising economic powers can grow together, by the way. It is not a zero-sum game. So Russia can join it too.
Good. I'm going to I apologize to the last question here, and then we'll do intimate book signing discussion. Go ahead.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Rob Colorina, Ambassador, your comments on China and India regarding it being a blame for food prices and also energy, understand, but you stopped short of commenting on recommendations that, in fact, Asia and companies from these regions can, in fact, embark on communications campaigns or just some sort of spin, because it's sort of self-fulfilling. You have frustrated companies, you have frustrated politicians, but then more so the voters are going to be even more frustrated whichever way it goes. And I would venture to say we haven't seen the worst yet as far as prices. Is this something that the Asian companies or the political leaders should adopt a little bit more of a message campaign?
Yeah, I mean the short answer is yes. I think unfortunately there is still an Asian tendency, which you all know. I mean, Asians don't like to be frank and blunt in public. In that sense, I'm not Asian,
I never doubted that.
So, and most Asians always want to tell you what they think you want to hear. I mean, even though it's a Japanese who have the tradition of hone and tatame. Hone is what they really think. Tatame is what they tell you what you think you want to hear. Asians, all kinds of Asians have it. And for other reasons, China, for example, wants to take a very low geopolitical profile because it doesn't want to upset America and be seen to challenging American leadership. So for a variety of reasons, you find that most Asians will not speak out. And that, in a sense, is also part of the reason why I wrote the book that I did. Because if you look at my website, www.mahbubani.net, it's amazing. You read the Western reviews of my book. Many of them are negative. The Economist says it's an anti-Western polemic. Don't read it. The Financial Times said there's another anti-Western book by Kishore Mahbubani. And you read the Asian reviews. They're all overwhelmingly, strongly enthusiastic, saying, finally, somebody is saying what we Asians want to say. So I think if you read my book, you get a sense of what they're thinking.
Well, Kishore, I am reading your. I apologize, Victor. We've got to close now, but I am in the middle of your book. I'm enjoying it, and I find, I guess what I wanted it is. I also find a lack of candor in Washington, just generally about how to get things back in the right course. In addition to the excellent foreign affairs piece that Kishore has, there is another debate with Fareed Zakaria, who largely makes that point, that we're screwing up things now, but there's a chance to get things right. And then you've got Richard Haas in the same issue arguing that he's sort of with you, that the American era, the Western era is over, and you're going to have largely a competition of other nodes, sort of along the lines that Parag Khanna, who's here at the New America Foundation, has written in his book Second World. So I actually, if you go to a blog which I'm close to called the Washington Note, I actually call Kishore Mahbubani the godfather, if you will, of those who see the time of the West passing somewhat, and I elevate John Eikenberry somewhat. I should have picked maybe my friend Martin Walker or others to sort of represent the school of others that still look at American power as being so substantial in the world and is fundamentally driving most global behavior for all the other countries. And we're going to try and tee up an interesting discussion and debate, which John Eikenberry has already accepted from his while he's traveling to London. So we'll have this go back and forth. And for those of you viewing on the web, we'll look forward to your comments. But I highly recommend taking a look at Kishore Mahbubani's very thought-provoking and important book. So thank you very much for being here. Please extend him a round of applause. Thank you.